In a small island in the Atlantic Ocean, far away from the noise of the world, there was a boy who loved the ball more than anything. His name was Cristiano Ronaldo. He was born on February 5th, 1985, in Funchal, Madeira, a quiet, green island in Portugal. Life was simple, sometimes hard. His father worked at a local football club as a kit man. His mother was a cook and cleaner. They didn't have much, but they had each other. Cristiano was the youngest of 4 siblings. He shared a small room with his brother. Outside, the streets were his playground. The ball was always at his feet, like a best friend who never left. Even before he could write his name, he could curve a ball around a corner with perfect balance. At school, he didn't sit still. He didn't love books or silence. He loved movement, speed, and the sound of the ball bouncing on stone. Teachers called him distracted, but he had something else, a fire inside. He wanted more. By the time he was 8, he was playing for a local team called Andarina. His father helped clean the locker rooms, and little Ronaldo played on the field like a boy chasing a dream. He was faster than the others, more focused. And when he had the ball, it was like the world slowed down around him. Soon, he moved to a bigger team, national, and after that, to the mainland, to Sporting CP in Lisbon. He was only 12. He cried on the plane. He missed his home, his family, the ocean. But he kept going. He lived in a dorm with other young players. The beds were hard. The nights were cold. But Ronaldo trained harder than anyone. Every morning, he woke up early. Every evening, he stayed late. If someone told him he couldn't do something, he trained until he could. If someone ran faster, he ran twice. If someone laughed, he stayed quiet and worked. One day, doctors told him he had a heart problem. His heart beat too fast. It could have ended everything. But he had surgery, and just days later, he was back on the field. He didn't stop. People began to watch. Coaches whispered his name. That boy, they said, he plays like lightning. He grew stronger, taller, faster. But he never lost the spirit of the boy from Madeira. He played with love, with fire. And soon, the world would notice.
Cristiano Ronaldo was only 16 when he started playing with the Sporting CP first team. He was still a boy, but he moved like a man with a mission. His legs were fast, his feet were sharp, his eyes were always on the goal. When the ball came to him, it was like it already knew where to go. He played one special match against Manchester United in 2003. That day, something changed. He ran, dribbled, danced past defenders. The Manchester players watched him, amazed. So did their coach, Sir Alex Ferguson. After the game, they knew they had to sign him. Cristiano was 17 when he moved to England. New country, new language, new life. But the same dream. Manchester United gave him the number 7, a number worn by legends. At first, people said he was too young, too fancy. But Ronaldo worked harder than ever. He stayed late after training. He watched old videos. He learned English fast. He listened, and he grew. Not just as a player, as a person. At Manchester, he became a star. He scored goals. He won matches. He smiled, cried, laughed, and fell, but always got back up. The fans loved him. Kids copied his haircut, his tricks, his smile. He helped the team win 3 Premier League titles. He won the Champions League in 2008. He won the Ballon d'Or that same year, the award for the best player in the world. He was no longer a dreamer. He was a name spoken around the world, but Cristiano wanted more. In 2009, he moved to Real Madrid. It was the most expensive transfer in football history at the time. People expected greatness, and he gave them even more. At Madrid, he wore white like a king, and he ruled the field like one too. He scored goals no one thought possible. Free kicks that flew like arrows, headers that climbed like rockets. He worked like a machine, but he still played with a heart full of fire. For years, he was part of a great rivalry, not just with teams, but with another legend, Lionel Messi. While Messi danced with the ball like poetry, Ronaldo attacked like thunder, two sides of the same magic. Ronaldo gave Real Madrid 4 Champions League titles. He became their all-time top scorer. Every time people thought he had reached his limit, he climbed higher. Still, he never stopped training, never stopped pushing. Even after winning everything, he behaved like he was still that boy from Madeira, chasing a ball in the street. He became a leader, not just in his clubs, but for his country too. Portugal had stars before, but with Ronaldo, they had something more. A fighter who would never give up, no matter the score. In 2016, he helped Portugal win the European Championship. It was a dream come true. He cried on the field, not from pain, but from joy. By the time Cristiano Ronaldo reached his 30s, he had already won everything a player could dream of. But he didn't slow down, not even a little. He moved to Juventus in 2018. A new challenge, a new country. People wondered, could he do it again? And again, he did. In Italy, he scored. He ran. He lifted trophies. He inspired younger players. He showed the world that age is just a number when your heart is full of fire. He took care of his body like a temple. He trained when others rested. Even after all the gold, all the records, he still wanted to grow. Off the pitch, the world watched him too. He became a global icon, a face known from Portugal to Japan. He had millions of followers, sponsors, interviews, headlines. But under all of that, there was still the same boy who loved the ball. He helped children, gave money to hospitals, smiled with fans, took photos. Sometimes he was serious, sometimes playful, but always focused, always chasing something. Maybe not just goals anymore, but meaning. In 2021, he returned to Manchester United. It was like a story coming full circle. The fans cheered, the stadium shook, and once again, Ronaldo gave them joy. He later played for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, a new chapter, far from the European spotlight. Some people didn't understand, but he wasn't playing for fame anymore. He was playing because he loved the game. With Portugal, he kept breaking records. Most international goals, most matches played. Even when his body was older, his spirit stayed young. He led by example, not only through goals, but through presence, through energy, through will. And now, when people say his name, it's not just about football. It's about passion, about never giving up, about believing in yourself even when others don't. It's about the power of a dream, the kind you carry in your chest, even when the world says it's too big. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a player. He is a story of hope, of hard work, of love for the game. From the streets of Madeira to the biggest stadiums on earth, he lived the dream many boys dream. And when you close your eyes tonight, maybe you can feel that dream too. A ball rolling softly under stars, a stadium glowing in the distance, and one boy running forever, chasing something beautiful.